Hello Cowboys Nation, welcome to another video, and without further ado, let's get to another round of news from America's team. Cowboys depth chart, Terrence Steele and Sam Williams on the way out. If you've looked at the Dallas Cowboys depth chart recently, you know the main cut candidates, Donovan Wilson, Damone Clark, Miles Sanders, etc. However, two notable names, Terrence Steele and Sam Williams, might soon be added to that list. You often don't expect a talented young player, and in Steele's case, a highly paid one, to be in danger of losing their spot this quickly, but it could happen. For all the Cowboys' off-season transgressions, if you look deep, they have started to stockpile talent in the trenches. I'm not just talking about drafting Tyler Booker either. This was clearly an organizational priority in free agency and late in the draft. It's great news for the future of the team and Dallas fanbase, but it has also positioned Steele and Williams in a roster crunch. For the first time in their careers, they are surrounded by talented players at their exact positions, and they'll have to fight them off this summer. Terrence Steele, big money, big competition. Despite being the third highest cap hit on the entire roster, at just over $18 million, Steele could have serious competition at right tackle in 2025. Most fans have felt frustrated with his performance in recent years as he has recovered from a torn ACL. We saw some positive steps last season, but for his contract, it's fair to say he hasn't fully lived up to the price tag. According to Pro Football Focus, Steele was below average in pass blocking in 2024, tallied 7 penalties, and allowed 9 sacks. That isn't cutting it. Dallas also has guys like Asim Richards, who was significantly better in pass protection last year, and 6th-round rookie Johnny Cornelius, who many have touted as a great value pick by the front office. It could be too early for a guy like Cornelius to jump that high on the Cowboys' depth chart, but Richards, 24, is entering his 3rd season and would cost a crazy amount less. They might feel like it's too early to quit on Steele, a good run blocker who could improve his pass blocking struggles, but he's also turning 28 in June. Moving off his massive contract now could save them a lot of pain over the next few years. Sam Williams, all out of chances. It has been a wild ride for Sam Williams in Dallas, and it may be coming to an end this summer. The Cowboys' 2nd-round pick in 2022, Williams led the defense in penalties in 2023, was arrested and suspended, and then was injured for an entire season. Now, he hasn't played in 2 years, when he recorded 4.5 sacks in 17 games played. In short, it hasn't been a great start. Whenever it seems like it is finally his time, a shoe drops that hurts his chances at playing time. With a new season on the horizon, his chances at making the roster are in doubt. Remember how I said Dallas was focused on the trenches? That is no more true than on the defensive line. They have added nearly 10 defensive linemen since Williams last played in 2023, including a pair of 2nd-round edge rushers. Donovan Ezeuoku and Marshawn Kneeland rank ahead of him on the Cowboys' depth chart, and veterans Dante Fowler and Peyton Turner are also competing for snaps. Is there room for Sam Williams, who has shown discipline problems on and off the field, and is now trying to come back from a serious knee injury? I don't think so. It may upset fans who love his potential, but this experiment seems like a failure. Cowboys UDFA wide receiver has a great chance to make 53-man roster. While the top 4 spots for wide receivers on the Dallas Cowboys 53-man roster are all but locked up with NFL All-Pro CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, Jalen Tolbert and Kevontae Turpin, there's still a fierce competition to be had for what should be 2 more active roster spots at the position. That's an 8-man battle that could see an undrafted free agent rise to the top, with Bleacher Report's Brent Sobleski singling out Josh Kelley as the one who might break through. One thing Kelley has working in his favor is the Cowboys haven't invested anything truly significant in the position in recent years in terms of the NFL draft. Dallas didn't take any wide receivers in 2025 and only used 6th and 7th round picks at the position in 2023 and 2024. Pro Football Talk's Josh Alper reported the Cowboys signed Kelley to a 3-year, $2.97 million contract on May 2. Kelly is coming off a 1,000-yard receiving season at Texas Tech in 2024 and earned all Big 12 honors before watching his draft stock tank after an underwhelming performance at the NFL Scouting Combine. Cowboys fans could be handed gift if Broncos make head-scratching roster move. The Dallas Cowboys have done a nice job bolstering roster this offseason, but they still have two glaring holes that could wreck Brian Schottenheimer's first season as head coach. As much as the George Pickens trade improved the offense, the state of the cornerback and nose tackle rooms are keeping fans up at night. On top of not re-signing Jordan Lewis, Trayvon Diggs is expected to miss the start of the season and defensive tackle Motzie Smith has not lived up to his first-round billing. The Cowboys need to add to both positions before Week 1. Well, they could be handed a gift by none other than the Broncos, who could move on from cornerback Jaquan McMillian this offseason to save cap room. Cowboys should sign Jaquan McMillian if he's released by the Broncos. Christopher Knox of Bleacher Report recently circled the best player who could still be cut from all 32 teams. He landed on McMillian for the Broncos, citing their selection of Texas defensive back Jody Barron in the first round, potentially pushing McMillian out of the starting lineup. McMillian isn't a world beater, but Dallas just needs capable bodies, and he's been a serviceable starter for Denver. A former undrafted free agent, McMillian has posted at least a 61.8 coverage grade in each of the last 3 seasons, per PFF. He's allowed a 67% completion rate when targeted for his career and has been a plus run defender, which is imperative for slot cornerbacks. McMillian's 31 defensive stops last season tied for the third most among cornerbacks. He did miss 12 tackles, but that ranked in the middle of the pack for the position. Even Jordan Lewis, who was arguably Dallas' best defender in 2024, was credited with 11 missed tackles by PFF. Assuming a trade for Jalen Ramsey is out of the equation, the Cowboys would be smart to monitor McMillian's status with the Broncos. While Denver wouldn't save a ton of money by cutting the 24-year-old, he might be the odd man out in what is suddenly a very crowded secondary in the Mile High City. He could be the answer to Dallas' nickel conundrum that currently has a rotation of Darren Bland, Israel Mukuamu, and Wanya Thomas at OTAs.